Hi, hello. We're a month and a half late. I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. I'll explain myself. Country Music Podcast, season 3, 4. What are we on? I don't remember. I forgot. But it's episode 8. You may think to yourself, Mike, you've teleported. Where the fuck are you? That's a great question. I moved in the time frame that we weren't doing the podcast. Hi. I literally set up my office yesterday. And I turned in the keys for my apartment after I clocked out for work today. So, I'm back at my stepdad's house, except this is not the basement that you may remember from... I am upstairs. I have the entire second floor to myself, meaning I have a dedicated office now. If I rotate my camera, there's my fucking demon of a cat. There's my turntable speakers and shit. Other shit that I need to set up is off camera. I don't want to show you that because it's a cluttered mess. I still haven't finished unpacking. I've lost some things. We used to have a 4K TV, but I broke it yesterday setting it up because you can see this behind me, this stand, right? So at the apartment, this thing was just barely not too long to fit on that stand behind me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I put the TV there yesterday, yeah, and it was fine. I'm like, oh, there's a gap between the wall and the shelf. I'll just scoot it forward a bit.
Oh, no.
Unknown to me, there are cables there, and it won't scoot forward, so this causes the TV to knock over and fall like 3 inches onto my head, and it dented it, and I'm fucking pissed.
Hey, Mike, fun fact. Depending on what screen you have, if it uses Samsung or LG panels, sometimes even GQ panels, you can buy them on AliExpress for like $20. I got a 55-inch 4K LG Ultra HD for like $20 and just replace the screen on it for like $15.
It was a TCL TV, and it's $220 at Walmart, so I'm just gonna buy another one when I can. So there is no longer a 4K TV behind me, and I'm mad. Anyway, it's fine.
Bad practice. That generates more e-waste. Just repair it.
If I was not a fucking forehead, I would love to do that, but I'm too stupid to do that, and I have no patience. I'm just gonna buy a new one. My ass.
Bro, it's literally 4 screws and a ribbon cable. Don't be a bitch.
I've already put the TV on the curb. I've thrown away the remote. No.
It is gone.
It is
100%
gone.
Mike, why are you so wasteful?
I don't care.
Mike, I'm here to protect the animals and go vegan. Also, Mike.
I'm angry, go fuck yourself.
Capitalism.
I like spending money. Give me my objects. Credit card do go burr. I'm several hundreds of dollars in credit card debt.
Because I have $30,000 in credit card debt.
Alright. Anyway. Albums for the episode. This was an interesting set of choices.
Yeah, it fucking was.
And not just...
I picked the only normal one.
We got 2 ends of the spectrum, and then whatever the fuck I picked.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Super Ghostbusters by Joel from Vinesauce. We've got Doom by Scarlxrd. And what's this other one? It doesn't say in the YouTube link. Oh, it's Canvas by Galdive? Galdive? I don't know how you say that. Anyway.
Galdive.
Okay. So mine is the outlier here of not being normal music. Keep in mind, we did the last episode in October, so this was supposed to air closer to Halloween. Well, that didn't happen. No, December is literally tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Super Ghostbusters is a meme album released by Joel Vargskelethor of the Vinesauce Street. Story behind this album is that one week his internet went out, so he got bored and just made some bullshit Ghostbusters songs, some of which have nothing to do with Ghostbusters, and I hate to tell you that I listened to this album a lot and have memorized most of it. This is peak humor to me. It's so fucking dumb. I love this so goddamn much. There's songs about taking a piss, homeless heroin addicts that are Spider-Man, calling the pizza place, telling him you want a ghost pizza, and then he's like, "Stop calling or I break your fucking knees!" And I go, a song about how the cast of Ghostbusters is no longer busting ghosts, but are now doing porno. Literally a Metallica song set to the Ghostbusters instrumental. I poisoned the water supply, now everyone dead. This is a mess. This is a meme album. Don't take this seriously. God damn, it's hilarious, though. I love this.
Michael, you worry me sometimes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm definitely, assuredly not taking it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But this album has generated one of the greatest memes of our generation. But, you know, I tried to pick something that I thought would be a cool, laid-back, easy listening type stuff that I've been listening to while I read my new books. By the way, Court of Roses and Thorns by Sarah J. Myers, really good. Highly recommend. But, beside the point, what the fuck is this, Mike? Like, why? Like, I gotta know. Like, did you pick this because of Halloween, or did you pick this because my autism has infected you as well?
I picked it mostly because Halloween, and it has now become an unofficial tradition for me. Halloween.
Oh my god.
But also, I just listen to it kind of whenever I feel like it, honestly. Like, I enjoy this unironically, and I listen to this for fun.
You worry me. I mean, I guess I can't judge you too hard, because I listened to the entire fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show album every Halloween.
I don't know if any of us can judge each other based on what we've already picked.
Hey, first of all, my album is
Sorry,
excellent.
not this turn, not this time. I just mean
Just
overall.
in general.
In general, none of us can say that we're fucking normal.
Oh yeah, I've picked Ice J, bitch. I've lost all right to do that, and my next album is probably going to make Mike either want to rip out his eyes or praise me for my excellent intelligence of meme culture, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh, fuck off. Were you done, Mike? Steven?
I would like to add a couple more things. All of the titles except for the first one are Ghostbusters. The rest of the titles, tracks 2 through 25, are some variation of Ghostbusters, and then he just gives up, and it devolves into, what do we have here? Ghost Baloney, Goose Boosters, Guest Best, Geesto Besto, etc. Earlier this year, Joel flew to America, because he's Swedish and he's never been to America before, to visit Jabroni Mike and Vinny, also of Vinesaw. And he went to the actual Ghostbusters firehouse in New York City and left what is probably the only official physical copy of this album on CD in front of the firehouse for some poor soul to find.
Oh, Jesus.
So someone out there has a piece of meme history.
And is very confused.
Very confused, and I may or may not realize that that's like a collectible because it's probably the only physical copy ever made.
I went on Discogs and there's a couple of like bootlegs that people have printed for themselves, but that was probably the only official one.
Yeah. Good God, Mike, I can't be mad at you because it's a meme album, and to be fair, I think, what was it? Was it the time before or 2 times before? I also basically picked a meme album, but what the fuck is wrong with these people? What drugs were these motherfuckers? I know you said they were bored, or he, Joel, and he got bored and did this. What drugs is this motherfucker on?
That's just Joel. If you watch his streams, he's just like this.
Holy shit. I honestly don't know any way to describe this album, period. It's fucking weird. Joel being weird. How about that?
Yeah.
It's funny. It's really fucking funny. I guess if you like meme shit, you'll find it funny.
If you're not familiar with this streamer, all you need to know about him is that he has a domain that is literally fecalfunny.com that redirects to his Twitch page.
Oh, god damn it. Why am I not fucking surprised?
And I think he did. So, if I remember correctly, he was streaming Half-Life. It was either Half-Life 2 or Black Mesa. I want to say it was Black Mesa. And somebody said something about. I think they just jokingly said fecalfunny.com or something. And then he said something along the lines of, "Yo, wouldn't it be fucked if I actually had that domain?" And then someone bought it and then had it redirect to his stream, and it's just kind of been that way ever.
Jesus Christ.
Like, that kind of fucked stuff happens on his stream where someone will say something that makes absolutely no goddamn sense, and the entire chat, and Joel included, find it hilarious. He's just like, if you said this anywhere else, everyone would think something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's all we got about mine, I guess. We can move on to whoever would like to go next.
I mean, why not take mine before we go to the chaos that is...
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to think about your album. It made me angry and anxious. It made me feel like I was listening to NBA Youngboy while high on LSD.
That was not the point, and I'm sorry, but that's funny.
That's very specific example, but okay.
That is also scarily specific.
It's also scarily accurate. So, I mean, I actually found this. Because I like, a lot of the times when I go to discover new music, I'll boot up one of my clean computers with no ties to the internet whatsoever, no cookies, no tracking information, and I'll slap like Windows or Linux, whatever I'm feeling, because I like to mix it up to keep it really random. Shit, sometimes I'll use Tails. And then we just click. For those of you who don't know, Tails is a Linux distro that boots off of a flash drive that every time you shut down the computer, it completely destroys the entire operating system down to the kernel level and rebuilds the whole thing. And then I'll just click on random YouTube videos. Like, I'll type in a genre at the top of my music bar, and whatever it takes me to, I start down the rabbit hole. But so one day I decided I wanted to listen to New Orleans-centric bossa nova artists. And I found a genre of music I did not know exist called bossa nova electronica, and started down the rabbit hole of Galdive. It started with a dude named, I think I've talked about him on the podcast before. His name is L.A. Noir. Yes, I've talked about him before. And then just started clicking, and eventually came on Galdive and landed on Maybe I, and listened to this whole album, and I was like, wow, this is really unique and really good. And I listened to her entire discography. She's extremely talented, extremely unique, and really cool, and I like all of her music. This album is pretty good, and I would highly recommend it if you like lo-fi, easy listening stuff, but also like jazz.
Jazz?
Okay. This is just Bonobo with indie girl vocals. Can't fool me. Memes aside, I like this. This is chill, but I was listening to it and it's like, man, I've heard this exact instrumental on a Bonobo track before, and she has that kind of annoying indie girl inflection sometimes. You know the one.
Yeah.
You know the one. I hate it. Mm-hmm. But here, I'll allow it, because the instrumental, pretty good. I like
And
it.
it works.
Yeah, it works. So I can forgive I can forgive it. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't care. But yeah, this is good. It's chill. Just put it on in the background, and it probably make for good background noise while you're doing, I don't know, anything. Just chilling. It's chilling music. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I at first was worried that you were having us listen to like some adult contemporary, and then after 5 seconds, I was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty good." And by the time I reached the end of it, I put this album on repeat like 3 or 4 more times, and I couldn't stop listening to it for like 2 weeks. I fucking this she has, or like this group has has that specific sound that I didn't really know how to describe other than like kind of like an indie R&B kind of feel, but I didn't know how to like be this specific about it. But fuck, I loved everything about this album from like back to front.
Hell yeah.
I loved I still am, I still do, but I was a lot bigger into chill step and that kind of music, just kind of lo-fi music as well. And I love listening to it to just relax, or if I'm working and I don't want to listen to fucking deathcore, I love listening to this kind of stuff. It made me. This was another one of the artists that made me, after I stopped listening to the album, basically go through all of the other artists that says fans also like this, and just like, I like this, so I'm gonna like all of these, and just going down that rabbit hole. Was fun. Did enjoy. Will listen to more.
Good, I'm glad. I figured you would, because this is like, full disclosure, I might have this entire playlist on my smoking and chill album list. So
Yep, that kind of thing. Well, I guess that leaves my album. So I picked Doom by Scarlxrd. So I suppose I'm not sure if you could call like Scarlxrd really like the founder. I'd say probably one that really made trap metal popularized a lot of trap metal with Heart Attack. And after that, he started to see a little bit of success. I actually got to see him in concert before the pandemic happened, and he was really fucking good there. It was a lot of fucking fun. But I'm not gonna lie, after an hour of him, all of his songs sound very fucking similar. This album is, in my opinion, good if you don't mind repetition, because he definitely does put in a lot of repetitive lyrics. Personally,
my brother in Christ, I'm autistic as fuck. I love repetition, but what the fuck?
Yeah. He also, I also don't know how to describe it really, but I just, his like vocals just feel very, like, I don't know, passionate, very emotional, I guess. So I did like that. I also just found this album to be kind of fun. It was very much like I'm gonna like play, I don't know, Doom or something and listen to this, even though the Doom soundtrack's pretty fucking good.
That I can see.
Yeah. It was just a lot of fun. It wasn't something that I'm going to sit here and tell you this is a fucking masterpiece of rap, but it was fun.
That I can agree with, but I listened to all these albums back to back on repeat. So I went through all stages of grief in one night. I went from, okay, this is really funny, and I like this, and I've definitely heard this before, to, okay, this is, one of my favorite albums. It's really chill. I like this album a lot, to, oh my god, I'm going to rip out my eyes. They're in the walls, they're in the walls, they're in the walls, they're in the walls. Like, I mean, it's not a bad album. It's just like, I mean, we've had this discussion before about me. Aggressive shit I listen to when I'm at the gym and nothing else. Like, this is
shit.
Huh?
I love aggressive shit. The more aggressive, the better.
Yeah, like, this is very much in the same vein as say, I don't know, what would be a good one? Like I said, NBA YoungBoy, if I dropped acid and got unnecessarily angry. Oddly specific. Long story short, don't listen to NBA while you're on acid. Bad idea.
Yeah, got it.
But much like listening to certain ones, Mickle. But all in all, I mean, it's a good album, just not for me.
That's fair.
I don't know. I'm conflicted about this because on one hand, I want to say that I do like it, but yeah, some aspects of it are pretty repetitive. Like a lot of the songs end up sounding the same. It's just kind of trap beat, very angry, screaming, rah rah rah. Yeah. But I mean, I remember when I first heard about this guy. It was a couple of years ago. I was watching Fantano's like new music of the week thing, and he rated a track on this album as one of the best songs to come out that week. So I mean, if Fantano likes it, there's got to be something good about it, right? And yeah, I think it is. It's interesting. I think it's pretty good, but it's one of those things that I think that you have to be in the mood for. And when I was listening to it, I was very much not in the mood for something aggressive. I kind of would go as far to say that kind of some aspects of this guy feel tacky almost. Like the whole replacing all of the O's with X's thing I think is really dumb and extra. Like, that's dumb. But whatever.
I found it funny after on the first two albums, and then after that I was like...
Yeah, it's like literally everything he does, and it's like, okay, come on. I don't know, just to make it short, I think it's good, but you gotta be in the mood for it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I kind of think that I would prefer more to listen to like his singles off of the albums more so than the albums themselves, just because I don't remember how many goddamn songs were in this, like 15 to 20. It was a lot of fun. This was a pretty, like, the album itself wasn't like time-wise long. It was just like the songs just kept going, and there were a lot of songs that I was like, I don't know if I could tell the difference between these songs.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm not going to say that it's bad. I'm just going to say that I think I would prefer to listen to his singles more than his albums.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all the albums. I do actually have a bit of a vinyl update. So Record Store Day, Black Friday was this past week. I ended up missing it. There wasn't anything that interested me. I think Ghost released a picture disc, and there was some kind of David Bowie box set, and Czarface did their usual Record Store Day release, but nothing that I was really interested. Plus, I was broke, and plus I had to work that day, so even if there was something, I couldn't have gone to buy it anyway. But it's fine. Though, in the time that we've been doing the podcast, I did pick up a couple of things. There might be some albums in here. I couldn't remember if I talked about them last or not, but it's fine. I picked up Agaloc's The Mantle. This is, I'd say, a pretty solid folk album. This album I can only listen to at a very specific time. It has to be winter and preferably snowing outside. If you listen to like the first two tracks, because they flow into each other, it's perfect. And I really only like the first two tracks on this album. The rest of it's kind of but it very atmospheric. It's a mood. Good winter album. Also, I picked up George Clanton's Slide. I don't know if I've talked about this album on the podcast or not, or this guy, but he used to do Vaporwave under the name Free. He has a label called 100% Electronica. They do a Vaporwave festival every year in New York and LA called 100% Electronicon. This still has some of that Vaporwave influence a little bit, but it's kind of him doing his own original things. It's a good album. It's worth checking out. I like it. It's a vibe. I also picked up the best live album ever made, Daft Punk's Alive 2007. I know I've absolutely talked about this on the podcast.
Mhm.
It still stands. I love this. It remixes a bunch of stuff off of Human After All. Kind of takes a lot of tracks in interesting directions. It's really fucking good. Favorite live album. Also picked up a bit of an oddity, I think. David Bowie's Earthling.
Okay.
This is kind of the weird drum and bass album that he did in the 80s. I think I'm Afraid of Americans is on this, and Nine Inch Nails did a remix of it, or like a cover or something, so that's cool. I don't know, there's like a weird period where I was just looking through his discography, and I saw that he did drum and bass at some point, and I'm like, what the fuck? What does that sound like? And you know what? I'm into this a lot. But the imagery on this album is something. There's an etching on one of the discs. So this is what I think the etching is supposed to look like. And then if I take the disc out, you can kind of see it. I guess it's
Yeah, I kind of see it.
It's weird. It's not, kind of the standard Bowie album that everyone talks about, but I think it's interesting and worth checking out at the very least.
Yep.
And
I will.
I don't think there's anything else. I guess I can mention next week I'm seeing Amon Amarth and Cattle Decapitation, and I think Carcass is opening as well. I'm mostly going just to see Cattle again.
Yes.
But there was a period when I was really into Deceiver of the Gods by Amon Amarth, and so I think it'll still be a good show regardless, even if I haven't listened to most of their stuff. I'm still very excited.
Mike, if they don't play Twilight of the Thunder Gods, I'm gonna come there and fist you.
Promise?
Swear to God.
You're gonna come over here and fist me if Amon Amarth doesn't play Twilight of the Thunder Gods?
You have to pay for their transgressions.
Apparently Amon Amarth was here in Pittsburgh tonight.
Oh, rip.
Yeah. I completely forgot what day it was, so it's okay, but damn it. I wanted to see Cattle Decap so bad.
Yeah. Apparently there are 2 dates on this tour where they're bringing like this massive production. I think I've seen videos of it where they have like this giant Viking ship and they do battles on stage and shit. There's like 2 dates where they're doing that, but I think even for the shows where they're not doing that, I still have high hopes. I think it's going to be really cool. So I will definitely report back after next week.
Good.
So let's see. Episode 9 is next, meaning we are very close to the finale in the TED episode. So I have to make my choices very carefully and not pick the good ones too soon. So what the fuck are we picking for next time?
Well, Steven, I apologize. I already had this album in mind. I'm gonna pick a deathcore album.
Okay.
Kind of like a beatdown deathcore.
What's the band?
Paleface.
I think I've heard of them, actually.
They had
Okay.
a song called "The Orphan" that was really popular over the summer.
So I'm gonna let Mike pick his next one, and that will decide y'all's fate.
Okay. So I'm looking through my collection, and I have a set of 3 EPs that back-to-back are 30 minutes. But I think I'm going to save those for next time, because Steven will absolutely hate me for this if I pick it now. You're going to hate me later for it, but I'm saving it. I'm saving it for Ted. I'm saving it for Ted.
Oh boy.
You pick the forbidden one, Mike. Your testicles are full.
What could be the forbidden one? I've already given you the 2-hour Swans album. What else could be forbidden?
If you pick the clipping album, your testicles...
We've talked about 2 clipping albums. What do you mean?
Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. We have. You're fine. You're fine.
I'm fine?
Bro, your nuts are already forfeit because of the bands you just mentioned.
Steven has Fergor. It's okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I could throw you guys for a loop, possibly.
Okay.
Do I want to throw you guys for a loop?
You yeet me into that loop.
All right, I'm picking a Start Static by Sugar Cult.
I don't know who that is. Oh boy.
It's an early 2000s like pop punk
Oh, okay.
thing.
Okay, so y'all have two options.
Okay.
Have I talked about Camelot on the podcast yet?
I do not believe so.
I don't think so.
Okay. So we have a granddaddy power metal band, or we have Forbidden.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Coming from you, what does that mean?
Uh-huh.
It is forbidden even for me to mention the name without having a reason.
Will saying the name give too much away?
Oh yes. You'll know.
That worries me. What are you?
I mean, honestly, you had. I'm curious now.
Oh no.
You can't say something like that and not tell me what the fuck it is now.
So, I'll tell you this much, it's not an album, it's an entire discography.
Excuse me, what?
How long is this? What is the
How
runtime?
fucking long?
3 hours.
I'm not listening to a 3-hour album, Steven. I did 2 hours and that was pushing it.
Oh,
You made me listen to Swans.
Yeah, and it was 2 hours. You lived, probably.
Alright. Let me see how long the Forbidden playlist is, and then we'll...
What does the Forbidden Playlist mean?
Oh god.
Oh boy. Okay.
Look, if you're gonna throw something at me that I'm going to absolutely hate, I will rethink my choices.
Oh no.
So, I'll give you a hint.
Oh no.
He's a YouTube artist.
Oh fuck! That means bad shit. That means it's gonna be fucking bad. Anything that's YouTuber or Twitch related, it's gonna be
Okay,
fucked.
so if I had to put two Glock 19s to my
Oh,
ear, chamber them in, or if I had to put two baby Desert Eagles next to my ears, chamber them in 45 and fire them, I would rather do that than listen to this. Let's put it that way.
Okay, let me ask you an important question. Does this have anything to do with Pokemon? Well, that answers my question. Fuck you.
It doesn't answer my question. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I hope you love Reshiram.
What?
Do you like the Pokemon Reshiram, Conley?
I don't know what the fuck Pokemon that is, dude. I stopped paying attention after like the 3rd gen.
Would you even go as far as to say, Steven, that you love Reshiram?
Enough to marry her, perhaps?
Oh my fucking god.
Picking a fucking Justin RPG album. I hate my life.
Y'all were fucking warning this shit for like 2 seasons now.
He has, and he's done it, and now you're making me rethink whether or not I want to pull my nuclear option for Ted and throw it at you right now.
Oh, wait, you're saving the nuclear option for Ted?
Yes, I said that.
Oh, bet. Yeah, I got one for Ted too. I have one that's gonna make him really hate himself.
Alright. I'll tell you what. Since we're saving the is Ted in the stream right now?
No,
probably not.
it is.
Oh,
it is past his bedtime.
Yeah, well,
this is going to be such an elite ending to the podcast.
Yeah,
or at least this season.
You guys
Alright.
are probably gonna fucking hate me for this one, just so you know. It's not bad, but you're gonna fucking hate me.
I will save you the joy of having to listen to this. Under the sheer and pure blood oath that when it comes time to torment Ted to the end of times, we all swear to listen to everyone's albums completely.
As if you're making that goddamn promise, then yeah, sure, I will.
I'm gonna hate myself for this, and I
Yeah.
already know it.
You really fucking are. You're lucky that I'm picking a short one. It's only 17 minutes, but it's going to be a painful 17 minutes.
Oh, mine is not 17 minutes.
Yeah, I know it's not. I know it's not.
Mine will officially be the longest album on the podcast ever.
Fuck. Okay, now you're really making me rethink if I want to do this one or somehow find one that's worse.
But I am saving that for Ted.
I know.
So,
I'm going to have to fucking look.
Instead, I want to pick Camelot, but I don't know what album to pick. I feel like I've talked about this band.
Spoilers, chat. I'm picking all three Brutal Decibel by DJ for Ted. I muted them. They don't know that. It's 30 minutes. Hope you like harsh noise. Anyway. Sorry, what?
Have y'all ever heard the song Karma before?
No.
I've heard a couple songs named Karma. I doubt it's the one you're talking about, though.
I do love me some Karma Chameleon. Not that song, I assume.
Do you want an older Camelot album or a newer Camelot album? Both are really cool and have unique guitar chorus.
I know nothing about this band. Surprise me.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, so we're gonna pick one of my favorite albums then.
So, I already know how Nuclear Steven's going. Mike, is this like entire like I should expect the whole fucking continent to be gone, or is there's just like one city?
Maybe. I will say this is not a meme album. It's by an artist that produces stuff for rhythm games, but he has a very particular style. Without giving too much away, and it probably doesn't mean much to you anyway, he has a song called 1 BPM. That is literally 1 BPM.
Okay. Yep. I know who I'm picking next time. You guys. It's actually never mind. Yeah, it's worse than the last one. Y'all gonna hate me.
Also, another hint. Are you familiar with the genre called extra tone?
Vaguely, yes.
Okay, I hope you like BPMs that are well above like 300, and when the beat goes burr.
Oh yeah, the beat goes burr. I'm fine with that. I listen to breakcore normally with like I don't mind when that shit goes up to 300 and pounds.
But this might be a little loud.
Okay, well.
That's your warning and the only hint you get. Also, Steven's going to hate my guts for this.
I'm sure I am. Alright, so the album that I picked, I know for a fact Conley will like.
Yeah.
There's not a doubt in my mind he's gonna love this album.
Yeah, probably.
Mike, however, I don't know. It's not generic power metal. It's unique. This one's a little more generic than their normal style. The other album I was going to pick is called Fourth Legacy, which, if you like this album, though I'm not picking that album, I would highly recommend you listen to it, because there are several very unique guitar choruses throughout their style. I'm gonna give a mini TLDR. On the Fourth Legacy, there's a song called The Knights of Arabia, and it is literally Middle Eastern themed power metal. Okay. I don't know how to explain it other than that. If you like stereotypical deployment cat memes and shit like that, you'll love that type of guitar chorus. It's very good.
Okay.
But yeah, I think y'all will like this one.
I'm just looking at the album that I'm gonna pick next week, and usually I'm like kind of excited for you guys because I get to hear your opinions on how shitty it is. I'm really not excited about this one. I've been saving this one since I started. I'm not looking forward to this one.
Oh, I'm looking forward to mine.
I have listened to seconds of it, and I am not looking for. It's only 27 minutes, and I am really not looking forward to it.
I unironically enjoy mine.
Okay.
Oh, actually, 1 BPM is on is on this, so you'll get to hear what that is. So I guess for viewers or anyone, 1 BPM is a song by I guess I'll just go ahead and spoil the artist. It's a song by DJ Myosuke. It was one of the last songs to get added to Waka. It has a very unique chart, and if you look on the CCG YouTube, I think I have a video of me playing it, and if not, I need to upload that. But I think I have a video of that. You can get a taste of what my pick is going to be for Ted's episode.
Oh yeah, Steven's gonna fucking hate you. Holy shit!
Oh, you found it.
I did. I found it on Spotify. Steven, you get ready.
What did you say, Mike?
Get ready.
This one.
Oh, I'm not going to give you the name of the album yet. I just told you who the artist was.
Who's the artist?
DJ Myosuke.
Oh, I've heard that name.
I'm not going to spoil mine.
Is this who I think it is? Yup, this is exactly who I thought it was. Oh, fuck me. Alright. So this is what I have to deal with? Yeah, you're getting a 3-hour album. I'm sorry.
Oh boy. Yeah, the person that I'm picking was on TV. I think early in the late 2000s, early 2010s. That's as much as I'll give you. You're not gonna like it.
It's gonna be like Britney Spears or some shit.
No, it's gonna be kind of in that vein, but you're gonna hate it.
What's the time frame? Can I make a guess?
Oh, it was released in 2012.
2012?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a sec. I have a hunch, but I might be wrong.
If you get this right, I'm gonna be massively fucking impressed.
That's later. You said 2012?
Yeah, that's when the album came out.
Okay. No, he died way before that.
Oh,
okay.
No, this isn't a man. This is a woman.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Oh boy.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to dig through the entire Wikipedia for Outsider.
If you seriously get this, I'm gonna be impressed.
I'll do some digging and I'll make a guess later.
They were on TV from I checked it from the late 2000s to the early 2010s. That's what I'm giving you. And
okay.
That's where I'm taking. That's the only way I knew this person, and the album came out very shortly after that.
Okay. I'll figure it out later.
Okay. We shall see.
But anyway, I've got nothing else.
Yep.
And that's albums for next time. Hopefully, we get the episode done sooner than this one. I will say I'm not going to be home this weekend, so probably not soon. Next week, maybe in the next week or two, at least.
You could do next Wednesday.
I get maybe.
Okay.
But anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, hanging, all that good stuff. Catch y'all next time.